1, 2, a 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm SCTV's executive producer, Briana, bringing you the season finale of this season of South Shore Style TV. Today we have a great episode planned for you with Studio 143, Pharm Animal Pharmacy, and Rocco's Barbershop in Scituate Harbor. Let's get to know some of the owners and have a great day. Hi, and welcome to the season finale of this season of South Shore Style TV. Today we have a great episode for you, starting off here at Studio 143 in Greenbush with owner Cyndia Norden. Hi Cyndia, could you start off telling me a little bit about yourself and your background in Scituate?
Sure. I've lived in Scituate all my life, and I really love teaching. I've been a school teacher in Scituate this is my 19th year, and I've been teaching group exercise for over 25 years in Scituate as well. So this is kind of my two favorite loves, teaching and kids and community, like all together.
So when did Studio 143 open?
We opened in November of 2014. It was a crazy winter, but we have hot yoga, so that brought a lot of people in. We have a gas insert inside that really heats up the room nicely, and candlelight, so on those cold winter nights it was really nice to get the yoga in there.
And how did you get the idea to decide to open Studio 143?
I've been teaching, like I said, for a really long time, all over the place from gym to gym, and I just wanted a place of my own that kind of had my own loves and kind of artistry and just different things in it, and things that I could teach. I love Pilates, I love yoga and bar, I love dancing, Zumba, I love kids. So just to include all those things in one studio.
Could you explain the name of the studio for our viewers who might not know what 143 means?
So 143 has a deep history in Scituate. It's Mine at Light. So the story goes, the light keeper would go out in his boat to mine its light, and when he arrived safely, he would send out 1 blink for I, 4 blinks for love, and 3 blinks for you, so his wife would know that he got there safely.
I love that story. I live right on Minot Beach, so that's one of my favorite stories about Scituate. So a little bit about what sort of classes do you teach, maybe what you specialize in at the studio?
Okay. We offer classes for adults and kids, all levels. We have yoga for kids and adults. We have Pilates for adults, and we have bar, which is a combination of core work, the ballet bar, and that's really fun and challenging. We offer Zumba and birthday parties. I offer Zoga, which is a kind of a name I made up for an after-school program where we do Zumba and yoga. So it gets the kids' energy out, and then it calms them right down, which is a good thing. And then we have area for tables and chairs and cake and presents and all that after. And we are offering aerial yoga in the fall starting. So we have silks or hammocks that hang from the ceiling. So it challenges people, and it's also really good for the joints and the spine because there's no pressure. You're hanging. So it's awesome. We offer hot yoga as well as just regular room temperature. And I would love to bring you inside, but there's a meditation going on right now, so very quiet in there.
Great. And I know you mentioned that you do have kids classes. Is there a certain age requirement that you might have?
We have offerings for ages 3 to 6 and then 7 to 9. And then we also have a girls 10 and up class on Friday afternoons, and that's really popular.
And what are your hours so Scituate viewers can stop down and meet you?
Okay, so we're open early in the morning. We have a 6 a.m. class, and then classes go from 6 to 11 in the morning. And then in the evening, we start right after school for the kids' classes, and then we go to 7:30, 8:30 at night.
That's great. And why do you think it's important for people to stay healthy, exercise, take yoga classes, Zumba classes? What, in your opinion, is the biggest importance with all of that?
Just the feeling it gives me every day when I exercise. It clears your mind. It just helps you focus better. It keeps your body healthy and in tune. It's one of the things that, yoga you can do until you're 80, 90 years old. It's an exercise that's been around for thousands of years for the mind and the body. So I just really think that it's a passion of mine to give that back to the community. And it's so important to start at a young age, too, for kids.
How can viewers get in touch with you if they have any questions or want to get more knowledge about the classes you might have?
So we have a Facebook page, and then our website's www.studio143scituate.com. So.
That's great. And finally, what does Scituate mean to you?
Oh, Scituate's I was born here. I've lived here all my life, so it's just part of my soul, really. I love it. So I'm really glad that I was given this opportunity to open the studio here and give it to the people.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Cyndia.
Thank you for coming.
Hi, next we visit Animal Farm here in Scituate Harbor with owner Kathleen Taylor. Hi Kathleen, so could we start a little bit about telling me about yourself and your background in Scituate?
I've lived in Scituate for almost 30 years. I came down here shortly after college, and I settled down here. I commuted to Boston at the Brigham for several years. I was a nuclear pharmacist, and I was going to leave pharmacy altogether and go to veterinary school, and I found this niche in veterinary pharmacy, and I decided I was going to pursue that, and I've been doing it here for 15 years now.
So how did you find the veterinary pharmacy niche, as you called it?
I was at a conference, and one of my cats was sick and is a client of Robert's Animal Hospital, and we had to give him a med that just tasted horrible, and I couldn't get it into him. And when I was at a pharmacy conference, I found this kiosk, the American College of Veterinary Pharmacists, and they talked about putting it in a PLO, and I didn't know what that was. I thought it was the Palestinian Liberation Organization, and it's an ear gel, where you can take the gel and incorporate it into a gel that penetrates through the skin and gets into the bloodstream. So I was able to rub it on his ear, and it got absorbed without me having to force a pill down his throat. And I was like, people can really use this service. So I pursued it, and here I am.
Yeah, it's definitely a great service, something we all need for the pets in our lives. Yeah. So you did mention you've been open for 14 or 15 years.
14, I guess. Yeah, we opened up the day before the Twin Towers fell.
Oh, wow.
September 10th, 2001. So I was like, uh-oh, what did I just do? But we've been doing well.
So how did you decide to open your own practice?
I'm very independent, and I figured if this didn't work out, I was still a registered pharmacist, and I could go work for any pharmacy I wanted to. But it did work out, and it was very hometown, small town type of deal that I wanted to do, and the plan has worked over the years.
So what sort of products or services do you offer here?
We're prescription only. We don't really have a front store. The veterinarians will call in a prescription that they need specifically compounded to a particular animal. And then we make it either in a tasty little treat, the transdermal gel that I spoke about, flavored suspension, capsules. We make suppositories for dogs that have seizures, things such as that. And it's very helpful for the chronically ill, and it's very necessary for the critically ill.
That's great. Wow. And I know that you mentioned that you are moving to Pembroke in the fall. So could you talk a little bit about the move at all?
Yes. The regulations for compounding pharmacy have changed greatly over the past few years. I don't know whether you recall the compounding pharmacy in Framingham that had a meningitis outbreak, and it killed 79 people. And so all the regulations, air quality, particulates, between the Massachusetts Board of Pharmacy and the federal government, the FDA, USP, DEA, all the regulations are changing. And unfortunately, this building won't meet the regs as they are coming out at the beginning of the year. So if I want to stay in business, I've got to make some moves. And we're going to be tripling our space as well, because we've gotten very busy. We service all of Massachusetts, so my Scituate customers are starting to filter in saying, we don't want you to move, but it's kind of, I'm stuck with having to change with the times.
So where in Pembroke will you be moving to?
We'll be at Corporate Park in Pembroke, right off of exit 12. Be a lot more convenient for most of my customers, my Scituate ones. And we'll have a little ride, but we all have rides from Scituate, no matter where we go. And it'll be right out front in Corporate Park, right across the street from Tomasi Nursery, so it won't be hard to find at all.
That's great. And what sort of changes has Animal Farm gone through in the last 15 years?
Oh boy, when I started out, it was just me. And it was probably that way for the first year. And then I hired one pharmacy tech. Now I have 3 full-time, a couple per diem. And I have another full-time veterinary pharmacy, Carolyn, and Donna, who's my per diem pharmacist. So our staff has grown. Our volume has grown. What we've been able to do outreach-wise has grown. One of my philosophies when I opened was that I was going to donate 10% of my profits to charity, and that has happened by there's several shelters in the area that I work with, and we donate meds to them when they need them. I can't take money from a shelter. I just can't do it. So, that's worked out really well.
So we obviously have a huge relationship with the Scituate Animal Shelter. We love them, try to help them up as much as we can. So what kind of relationship do you have with them?
I have a great relationship with them. I have several animals from them. I got my dog from them it was a total setup job. But I adopted him when he was 12. He's 16 now, and I've gotten several cats from them as well. And then we do a lot of sponsoring events that they have, and also with helping out with med donations. When right now they have several cats with eye issues, allergies, and we got the eye meds up to them pronto. And that's the good thing, is we're local, and so we can get things delivered right away.
That's great. And then do you have a sort of funny or memorable story about an animal, a cat or a dog?
Well, a lot of people come in here with total skepticism, like, I am not going to get this into my cat. And I remember there was, early on, there was a 90-year-old woman who had a cat who needed steroids. And she, no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't get it into him. And the woman could barely move. And the vet asked me, could I put it into a treat? And I delivered it to her up off an old oaken bucket. And I stood there while she took it out of the package and put it on the floor for the cat. And she took it, the cat took it, and I watched a 90-year-old lady do a victory dance in her living room. I was dying. Things like that. We've been able to help out the Museum of Science in Boston. They have a tamarin monkey exhibit, and they couldn't get antibiotics into them, and we made it in a marshmallow flavor, and they sucked it right out of the syringe. So things such as that.
So if viewers want to get in touch with you, can they get in touch with you online anyway?
We're a little late to the game, but we're setting up a website. It's going to be www.animalfarmllc.com. The LLC is important. And we're setting up a website. We just recently set up a Facebook page where we'll be posting, announcements and things such as that. I'm 50, Carolyn's 25, so she's bringing the technology in. I was always like, the phone's fine, the fax machine's fine, but, I know I need to get with the 21st century, so.
That's great. So then going off of that, finally, what does Scituate mean to you?
Scituate's home. I mean, I'm not a townie, but I've been here for 30 years, and I just love this town. It's, I love the harbor. I'm disappointed that I will be leaving the harbor, but I still live here, and and I'll still have a good base here in town. But hopefully we'll be able to set something up for the locals where, I'm coming through the harbor, meet me at Dunkin' Donuts, and I'll give it to you or whatever, things like that. So for my good customers. So.
That's great. Thank you so much, Kathleen.
All right, thank you.
I'm SCTV's executive producer, Briana Chafiro. Here, we're finishing our day at Rocco's Barber Shop here in Scituate Harbor with the owner, Frank. Frank, could you tell me a little bit about your role here at Rocco's?
Well, my role, just cut in here every day and come in every morning. That's where I live, and I enjoy what I do. And I've been here for 28 years, and I worked with Rocco for about 20-something years, and now Rocco retired, and I'm the owner of the barber shop.
So could you tell me a little bit about the history of Rocco's then?
Well, Rocco came from Italy when he was 17, and he worked in Cambridge. And he had his own shop there, but he was, let's use this word, the hippie days. Those days that here were long, and that rent was really, really bad in Harvard Square in Cambridge, so I had to find another place. So he find a place here in Scituate, and that's how we got down here.
So what sort of changes has Rocco's gone through in the last few years that you've been in Scituate?
Oh, well, the changes he went through, health-wise, of course, you get older, you got problems with health and stuff, but he's doing good now. And the changes, he's seen a lot of changes. I'm sure he moved down here since 1970. We've been down here we used to be on Front Street, and now then CVS enlarged from Front Street, and we moved here, and we've been here about 10 years now.
So since you've been open since the 70s here in Scituate, have you seen generations of people come in? I know that you have a lot of different ages in your customers, so maybe have you seen different generations come through the door?
Yes, you do. You see great people come all the time. We got a great Scituate. It's incredible how they embrace Rocco. He always told me over the years how he says, I came here from Harvard Square in Cambridge, and I came to the Irish Riviera, and those people were so good to me. It was unbelievable, So it was great. So
that's great. And what sort of services do you offer here currently?
Services. Well, we do boys, as you can see. I do a lot of boys. We do a lot of regular, mid-age, and we do all kind of haircuts, all sort of haircuts. And we close Sunday, Monday. Barbers years ago, they used to close on Wednesdays, but we thought, why don't we get 2 days back to back? So we have Sunday and Monday off, and then we open 7:30 to 5, Monday to Thursday, and Thursday we stay open until 7. We accommodate some people that they come from Boston. There's some customer of mine over the years. They say, "Yeah, Frank, I don't have the time to come. I love to get my hair cut at Rocco's, but by the time I get home and come down here, you guys are closed." So we decide, the last 5 years we've been staying open until 7 o'clock at night on Thursday nights.
That's great. Is there anything you want to say to the people of Scituate, especially since you've been open for so long?
Well, I want to say thank you very much for your support over the years, for being so good to us, and we appreciate very, very much. And I always try to do the best I can to help out also the community also.
Great. And then finally, what does Scituate mean to you?
Oh, it means it's half of my life in here. I can say 28 years. It's like okay, what's going on in my town? I live in Hingham, so and it's like I don't know much what's going on in Hingham, but then I know what's going on more here than in Hingham. So because I spend more time here than.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you so much, Frank, for having us. Thank you. Wow, it was great getting to talk to Frank here at Rocco's Barbershop, and we had a great day here at South Shore Style TV. As always, I'm executive producer Briana Chafiro, and I'll see you next time on SCTV.